Police in Johannesburg fired rubber bullets and tear gas on Saturday after protesters broke through the G20 summit security perimeter. The demonstrators, mainly members of the anti-migrant group Operation Dudula, said they were trying to draw global attention to rising crime, unemployment, and what they describe as unchecked illegal immigration. Operation Dudula leaders and Dile Dabula said many South Africans were angry and tired of foreigners entering the country, accused President Cyril Ramaphosa of ignoring the issue.
The president of this country, but also to the president of other countries, that whilst it's a privilege to be hosting a summit here in Africa and South Africa being a host, it's meaningless if we're going to be crying about basic issues like crime, unemployment, service delivery. But also, most importantly, we want them to talk about the issues of immigration. So the past 5 years, we've been talking about immigration, on how we would like them to close our borders, but they're not doing that.
Members of the opposition, Mkuto and Nwezwi MK party, aligned with former President Jacob Zuma, also joined the march. Protesters expressed outrage that they were confined to a designated protest site located about 1 kilometer from the Nasrec Export Center, where world leaders were meeting. They argued that the distance rendered their demonstrations meaningless and kept their message out of the delegates' view. Police arrested 2 Operation Dudula members and said charges of public violence, assaulting an officer, and violating a court order have been filed. Speaking to the media, Dabula accused security forces of abusing their authority and avoiding the core issue of illegal immigration. South Africa, the continent's most industrialized economy, continues to attract migrants from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Lesotho, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and other countries. In the year ending March 31st, the Department of Home Affairs deported 46,898 undocumented migrants, an 18% increase from the previous year. Operation Dudula, founded only a few years ago, has grown in visibility, especially among young Black South Africans. Its activities have included shutting down foreign-owned shops and attempting to block children of foreign nationals from attending public schools. Somali troops on the front lines in Lower Shabelle are counting their offensive against the armed group Al-Shabab, reclaiming key positions including the strategic village of Awandehel. Backed by African Union force and local clan militias, Somali soldiers have regained large areas of territory across southern and central Somalia over the past 3 years. But the conflict remains fluid, with front lines frequently shifting and some towns repeatedly falling in and out of government hands. Military commanders say the momentum must be sustained, warning that Al-Shabaab is constantly adapting its tactics and exploiting the region's volatile security environment. The Somali government is preparing to assume full responsibility for national security as international support gradually declines. Training missions from the United States, European Union, and Turkey have strengthened the army. Yet political divisions in Mogadishu, among with different priorities among foreign partners, pose ongoing challenges. Beyond the battlefield, Somali forces are working to rebuild trust with local communities, acknowledging that winning public confidence is essential for long-term stability and preventing Al-Shabaab's return.